Okay, here's a complete list of things you should never waste your money on, especially if you're trying to build wealth. Let's jump right in. First, extended warranties. Extended warranties are simply not worth it because the product rarely fails beyond the standard manufacturer warranty. And repairs often cost less than the warranty itself. Retailers will push you to get them because it is highly profitable for them. They get the money, but they rarely have to do anything. The coverage is often limited, full of exclusions, and may duplicate protections you already have through customer laws or your credit card. Instead of paying for an extended warranty, you're generally better off saving that money for future repairs, which is statistically unlikely or cheaper than you would expect. 2. Bottled water. Bottled water is a huge money pit. They're not selling you water, they are selling you plastic bottles. If you live in a place that is safe to drink from tap, just refill your reusable water bottle. If not, use a filter. You'll save thousands every year with no microplastics in your water and more money in your pocket. 3. Unused gym memberships and dusty workout equipment. Gyms love to sell memberships in January, and they know most people won't stick to it. If you're not going regularly, just cancel it. There is no shame in it. Just shows that you're being responsible with your money. Try free YouTube workouts, parks, or community sports instead. Same goes for exercise equipment gathering dust. If you're not using it, sell it and get your money back. 4. Coffee shop drinks every single day. Your €4 latte habit could cost you thousands a year. Brew your coffee at home with good beans and treat coffee shops as an occasional reward instead of a daily habit that you're not even enjoying because you're always on a hurry. 5. Buying lunch every day. On the same line of thought, eating out for lunch feels convenient, but €15 a day equals $300 a month. That's over $3,000 a year. Prep at home and treat restaurant lunches as a once-in-a-while treat. You will enjoy it much more when you actually go. 6. Expensive cable services. We recently changed our operator to another one because we basically only needed mobile data and internet. And we were also paying for TV and landline, which we never used. And by switching, we managed to reduce our monthly bill for less than half with the double of the internet speed. Also, paying extra for channels you barely watch is a huge money drainer. And yes, most of the people that I know pay for a specific football team channel to watch an occasional game. Just cancel it. My country is very obsessed with football. Want to try to guess where I'm from? 7. Disposable pads and tampons. Okay, here's a huge money saver for women. Disposable period products. They are expensive, full of chemicals, and it takes centuries to disappear. That's why I'm so happy to partner with Cup for this video. Cup is a reusable menstrual cup made with 100% medical-grade silicone, and you only need to replace it every 10 years, which is mind-blowing when you think about all the money you spend on tampons and pads. A cup holds the equivalent to 3 super tampons, so you can use it all day, all night, and while working out without any worries. Once you get the hang of it, it is a complete game changer. It is comfortable and you will forget it's there. They also sent me their sterilizer, which isn't a necessary accessory but makes sterilizing your cup before or after your period super easy. Just pop the cup with water, microwave it for 2 or 3 minutes, and it is fully disinfected and ready to use. During your period, a quick rinse with water is all you need between uses. Also, for every Ruby cup you buy, they offer one to someone in need, which just shows how lovely of a company they are to support. By using Cup, you're not just saving, you're taking care of your health, you're protecting the environment, and also giving back to the community. After using menstrual cups for over 5 years, I honestly don't see any advantage of going back to disposable tampons and pads. If you want to try Cup, I have an exclusive 15% off code. Just type down BF15 on the checkout to get your exclusive discount. And if after all of this you're still a little bit unsure, they have a 120-day money-back guarantee if it doesn't work for you. So if you want to try it for yourself, I'll leave a link and a code below in the description. 8. Designer clothing with logos. Think about it. You're paying the brand to be a walking billboard for them. It's like paying to work instead of work to be paid. Invest in good quality pieces that fit your style instead of logos that fade. You would be surprised to know that most designer brands have the exact same quality as commercial brands, just with a logo in it. Let's nurture our souls instead of feed our egos. 9. Designer baby clothes. Babies don't care what they're wearing, they just want to feel comfortable weather-wise. Babies outgrow clothes in weeks, so keep it simple with soft, practical bases that you can easily wash and reuse. This goes without saying, but the same goes for pets. 10. Sale deals. Buying things just because they're on discount is a classic trap. Sale price doesn't mean it is a good buy. If you wouldn't pay full price for it, then skip it, since it often leads you to spend money on items you don't actually need or truly want. Sales encourage impulse purchases, making you believe you're saving money when you're really just spending unnecessarily. They make you think, I would be stupid if I don't buy this now, it is 60% off. But guess what? It is 100% free if you don't take it. Plus, discounted products can sometimes be lower quality, final sale, or non-returnable, meaning you're stuck with something that doesn't serve you. In the end, chasing deals can leave you with clutter and regret. By the way, if you're finding value on this tip so far, a quick thumbs up on this video really helps my channel. And hey, it doesn't cost you anything. 11. Fast fashion. Yes, just because it's cheap, it doesn't mean you're saving. It might look cheap, but it's actually a huge waste of money because the clothes are poorly made, they wear out, and go out of style so quickly that you end up constantly having to replace them. Spending on items that fall apart just after a few washes costs more than investing in durable, timeless clothing that stays in good condition for years. So while fast fashion seems like a bargain, it just drains your wallet in the long run. 12. Late fees and bank account fees. This one is sneaky. Overdraft fees, late payments, and ATM charges add up fast. Set up reminders, automate bills, and pick a bank with no fees if you can. It's one of the easiest ways to protect your money. 13. Airline add-ons. Airlines charge for seats, baggages, and even printing boarding passes. So pack light, bring a snack, and double check the fine print so you're not throwing away money and getting annoyed. Vacation should be for relaxing, not stressing. 14. Extras at restaurants. Sodas and alcohol have a 500% markup in restaurants. And drinks, desserts, and entries are basically how they make the money. If you go out for food, stick with water or buy your favorite drinks at the store instead. If you're like me, every time I ask for an entry dish, I couldn't really finish the main dish because I'm so full, so now I just skip it completely. 15. Hobby gear you haven't committed to. Before you buy everything for a new hobby, test it out first. Borrow, rent, or buy secondhand. You might lose interest after a month, and those expensive supplies will just sit around. 16. Gambling and lottery tickets. The odds are overwhelmingly stacked against you on this one. Gambling encourages you to keep spending in the pursuit of an unlikely payout, which can quickly spiral into a harmful habit. That money could be better used for saving, investing, or buying things you truly need, instead of being thrown away on games designed to take away your cash. 17. Smoking and vaping. These habits literally burn up your money. One pack a day costs thousands a year with long-term health bills on top. 18. Branded medication. The generic version usually contains the exact same active ingredients, work just as effectively, and are as strictly regulated for safety and quality. Branded name drugs often cost far more simply because of marketing and patent protection, not because they're better. By choosing generics, you can save a significant amount without sacrificing your health, making it a smarter and more financially responsible choice. 19. College degree. I know this sounds extreme, but just hear me out. How many people do you know that currently work on what they studied? This might have been true for decades, but nowadays, with the amount of information and options we have available, I believe this is a super outdated reality. Spending money on a college degree isn't always a wise investment, especially if the cost outweighs the potential earnings you will make afterwards. Tuition and student loans can leave you with crushing debt for decades, and not all degrees guarantee good job prospects or high salaries. Many skills today can be learned through affordable certifications, apprenticeships, or hands-on experience instead, or even here on YouTube. In my most well-paid corporate job, I learned basically 90% on YouTube and just by practicing a lot. So it may be smarter to explore alternatives that teach practical skills without the huge financial burden of a traditional college. Before jumping into the last thing I consider a complete waste of your money, I would like to know if there is something else I didn't mention on this list that you think people should never spend money on. Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. Okay, the last thing that you should never spend money on, which is not really a thing, is 19.5. Trying to buy respect. Trying to buy status with the newest phone, the fanciest car, or a massive house is a financial black hole. People don't care as much as you think. Looking rich with designer clothes and fancy watches will make your life better? Absolutely not. It will just attract the wrong people. If you don't use your phone for more than sending messages and make some calls and occasionally scrolling, why are you spending thousands on upgrades you don't even use? Study shows that people typically use around 30 to 40% of their home square footage. So why do you want a bigger home? It's just more work, more to clean, more to furnish, and more money loans. Same for cars. Cars obviously should be safe, but having a sports car or a really expensive one is just a flex. New cars lose up to 40% of their value the minute you drive them off the lot. And if you're getting into debt about this, I know this is harsh, but I think you need to work on your self-esteem first. Respect isn't something you buy, it's something you build through your actions and your values. And the rest is just feeding your ego. So what is one thing that you stopped spending money on that made a difference to your wallet? Let me know that in the comments so we can all learn from each other. Now, speaking of savings, I've also made a video talking about the 50 things I stopped buying and doing to save money. So if you want more inspiration on how to save, make sure to watch this video out next. As always, thank you for being here, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to stay kind to yourself and to others, and I hope I get to see you on this video right here. Bye everyone.